Peter, how long have you lived in Fitzroy?
Um, I think we came here in 54, 55, 90, so I've been here for over, how many years is that? Over 40 years or so?
Wow.
40 years, plus 45, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, a long time.
and you've been on these premises all the time? You've lived in Fitzroy?
No, in these premises I've been working here for over 25 years, probably about 26, 27. I was raised up the road here in James Street.
Yeah.
And yeah, our families are not big movers. We just sort of moved from generally stay, you know.
Yeah.
So I was for about 24, 5 years up at James Street as a kid to an adult, and then I moved down here and established my operation down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I've
you,
been here. Yeah.
yeah. So you're an artist here?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A sculptor or?
I sculpt and
Yeah.
I paint, and yeah, I do those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone into installation yet, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did this building used to be before you moved in here?
It used to be an engineering works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be an engineering works, and I think it was built in the 40s because I got some papers out of that they used as insulation in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And they had newspapers from that era, so I think it was about the 40s when it was built. It used to be, you know, heavy industry, foundry, metal fabrication, tool making, and all that sort of thing. And then when I got it, I kept its operation on a building and construction level,
Yeah.
and studios and stuff like that. The gallery's been going for about 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you would have seen a lot of changes in Fitzroy in the time you've lived here?
Oh, well, changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I know about Fitzroy is that it just changes. You know,
Yeah.
it's never one thing. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 50s, there used to be a gravel road, Fitzroy Street, and
Really?
there was the milk and the horse and cart eras.
Yeah.
You know, the milk was delivered by horse and cart.
Yeah.
So was the ice.
Yeah.
So the rubbish was collected by horse and cart.
Yeah.
The bottlers would come around and collect all the bottles, the beer bottles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that was horse and cart, and there used to be always a lot of beer bottles to
Yeah.
collect.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. So you think there's something unique about Fitzroy as opposed to other areas of Melbourne? You know, something's unique about its character?
Well, I guess as I've always remembered it, Fitzroy has always been a place where there was a diverse number of people.
Yeah.
You know, right from the beginning. You know, there used to be people of different races, different cultures, different beliefs.
Yeah.
And in those early years, you know, there was the racial element that was quite strong back then. You know what I mean? Where one race fought against the other, but the fighting was always
in good spirit.
In good spirit,
Yeah.
and actually, when I look back at those days, and the people that I still see in the street from that era, that we used to fight each other, we embraced that time.
Yeah.
Because it was a time where our differences were sorted out, and we argued with each other, we fought with each other, and you know, as kids, you know, that was part of the learning process. You know, where you sort of learn to, and you grow up and you grow through it, and you become a little bit more accepting about other people and their differences.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say is the special thing about Fitzroy, is that it is so diverse.
Yeah.
And that it constantly on the change. Constantly on the change. It'll be another place in another 5 years, and another one, another 10. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you see any sort of negative changes to Fitzroy? What things that could make it a not such a good place to live or work in? You know, things like bad developments or something.
Well, you know, I guess the number one thing that concerns me more than anything is the drugs in the street and that, you know. So I'd like to see sort of people being taken care of in that way, you know. And apart from that, there is places that are set up now which, you know, they can go to, you know, and get help. A lot of the medical centres and pharmacies and stuff like that, they're set up to sort of help in that way, you know. But I see that will be a thing that is a bit of a problem, you know. But it'll be solved. You know, so it's a bit like that. But Fitzroy's always had that rougher side to it. You know what I mean? You know. You know, if it wasn't the pharaohs and the alcoholics in the street back in the 50s, you know, it just wouldn't be the same place, you know. You know, you really, in a strange sort of a way, that is a bit of an attraction. I don't sort of. You know, I see I drive down Brunswick Street in the morning, and just about every morning I see this old fellow. I don't know how old he is. He must be in his 70s. You know, he's got a walking stick. You know what I mean? And he's sort of, and this is sort of like morning, and he's got this bottle in his hand, right? And he's been to the pub, right?
Already.
And he's walking up the street, and he's just sort of, you know, because it seems like he's got bad legs too, you know, and he's, you know, he's got his bottle, and he's got to go home, and he's got to plaster himself with it, you know.